Welcome back to my channel, Jewels and Gems. This is another day of Vlogmas. I don't want to say which day because I don't know. But, oh, sorry. It's currently 5:10 in the morning. I keep yawning because I am sleepy. Okay, so this video is long overdue. This is from a subscriber. I don't even know if she's still a subscriber. I haven't seen her in the comment sections lately, but she sent this in September, and I did tell her that I would be actually answering this email eventually, but I never got around to it. And you guys know I kind of was in a funk all December, and October was so busy. Oh, it was so busy. So we are answering basically 23 questions from one subscriber. She wrote me an email and said, okay, honestly, I have enough questions. She skipped the word, but questions for you to you could turn into an entire Q&A by yourself. But I more than understand if you want to reply in email or not at all, LOL. But I'm a baby stripper needing advice, and I am just so sick of the super generic, how do I get started? What do I need? Can I be plus size? Where do I go? Easy to research type questions. So basically she's saying she's not one of those dancers who are going to ask questions that they can easily find anywhere or they already know the answer to. These questions are so basic that so many other people have already answered these somewhere online. She doesn't want to ask me questions like that. So she continues by saying, and of course I missed the community post because I had posted, please ask me any, I had a scripted Q&A I put up, and I put on my community tab on YouTube. And if you have any questions, put them here because I'll be making a video. And if you have not seen that scripted Q&A, it is in my playlist, so go ahead and watch it. But she continues to say, like, I have real questions. Please help a girl out, LOL. And I would literally die, I hope she's still alive, if you made a video answering these. Here I am. Now that I know the basics, I still would like advice. So with so many things, I have been keeping a note app on my phone, and I'm willing to ask multiple people to get their advice. All right, so that's a paragraph that is leading up to the questions. Her first question is, do you ever get nipple conscious? Nipple conscious? Nipple conscious. However you say it, I'm sleepy. I would say yes and no. When I first started out, I always felt like worried about, oh my God, my nipples are getting hard. Are my nipples coming out of my outfit? Are my nipples showing through the outfit? Oh my God, I didn't bring nipple pasties tonight. And mostly because at the club I was working with, guys be trying to grope you too much. They be trying to grab your titties and like do the actual weird, like, why are you doing that, sir? Like, they would try to do that. And I told you guys so many vlogs ago, back in like 2019, when I was working at that club actively, how I would sometimes just put on 2 nipple pasties. So guys, when they try to be freaky or nasty and rude and grope my nipples, it literally was nothing. Like, it's just like, where are they? I can't find them. Like, but that was the main reason why I was worried about my nipples, was because customers would always try to touch them, and that's just like, it just grosses me out a lot. Like, you're not my dude. I don't think you should even be reaching up there. Like, I'm the type of dancer, I don't mind guys touching my boobs. Yeah, you can touch my boobs, but when you start doing the extra and trying to actually like play with them and do too much, it just makes me nervous. But now I'm a lot more comfortable with my breasts and the type of environments like club-wise I work in. First of all, guys are more of a booty type, you know, guys at the clubs I'm working at. So my titties could literally be out in their face and they wouldn't even touch them. Like, so I never really, and I don't really care about nipple pasties and stuff like that because I just don't be having to worry as much. Yeah, I'm supposed to wear them at the clubs I've been working at because they're not nude clubs. But at the same time, it's like they don't enforce it and my customers don't try me. So I touch my titties in the club now more than anybody does. So now that I've switched environments, I'm not as conscientious about it. But next question. Oh, she says, oh, it's a two-parter. Especially around other girls, no. Because my titties are pretty. So customers have told me, other girls have told me, like, my titties are not, they're not, I don't want to say girls have ugly titties because everybody has different titties. But some girls, like, they think their own titties are not, like, they're weird. You know, that's what other girls say. I don't even listen. A titty is a titty. But, you know, for me, I personally feel like I have nice titties. So I don't get conscientious about around other girls. Like, How do you keep your lips, the cootie cat, inside of your G-string? I be adjusting myself all night long. Like, all night. Sometimes it comes out and I just let it just be out. Like, if I'm on stage and I feel a draft or I'm looking between my legs and I see it, if people are already throwing money or if people are starting to come around the stage, if one little lip is hanging out, I just leave it out. I don't, like, you know, but if I'm like just giving a regular dance and I feel like it's starting to fold inside of the lips, I will adjust myself. I just do, like, I adjust myself at least 20, 30 times throughout the night. Because the outfits aren't made to be, you know, fully covering. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not trying to show nothing for free. How often do you use fake hair? What did that mean? Like, I always use fave styles. How do you keep it in place? Okay, question number 3. I just don't kind of get as what you mean fake hair wear. Like, I always wear weave. Favorite style, closure sew in, because it's not as much to keep up with. How do I keep it in place? I bring a brush with me. I put it in my dance bag. If I start sweating, I immediately stop dancing. I like slow down and I start to fan myself so that my hair don't start lifting. How to learn doing edges. That threw me off. I think she's asking how to lay your edges. I don't even know how to lay my edges. Girl, if I show y'all this, my edges don't move because I've been sweating and I don't know how to lay my edges. That's something I'm still trying to learn how to do. She said I'm so lost, I don't even know where to start. Like, my baby hairs are so long and some places are short. It's like she has postpartum alopecia. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to lay my own baby hair, so I would say just keep trying. Favorite place to buy outfits. My favorite place was Boss Babies, but Boss Babies, and then it turned into I was buying from instead of going to shops. Because I used to go to, if you guys been rocking me for a while, I used to always talk about Cirillas. I used to always go to Cirillas and Todd's. Their prices are ridiculous. But I started going to Boss Babies. At the Boss Babies, I found people in the city that sell clothes. I was going to this guy. Like, if I do start buying outfits, because, you know, I still sell dance outfits. and I have a plug on wholesale. So now I'm not buying outfits from nobody. Like, I got my own plug. I don't have to go into shops no more. So, but I was going to Cocoa Beach's artist because she makes all her stuff by hand. She don't do wholesale. So, but now I'm my own favorite place to, when I want something, I know exactly where to go to get it and get it for the low ski. So, anywho, she said, next question, best wholesale bulk cheap outfits. I would say I am the best cheap outfits. I don't do bulk or wholesale, and I can't give up my wholesale connect, because then how the fuck I'm gonna sell outfits if everybody got to connect? It took me almost 2 months to find her. Favorite exotic wear at Etsy. I don't know how to pronounce it. Etsy shop. Nobody on Etsy, because Etsy, I fuck with Etsy, but only for like stuff that I can go somewhere else and get. Like the diamonds that I put on my outfits, I get from Etsy, because it's the same diamonds that I would be able to buy from wholesale in China, or to go on Marshalls and get, but for cheaper and for more. So I go get diamonds from them. But like dance outfits and stuff, they be charging regular prices. Sometimes the prices be out there. I don't fuck with them. But favorite style outfit, a bodysuit, a thong back. If y'all don't know that, y'all don't know me. Like, I love bodysuits, because I have a nice body, but I feel like bodysuits really accentuate my body, and they hold my body together, because my stomach is not perfectly flat. So sometimes when I wear a two-piece, it can kind of make me look a little bit chunky. So, I don't know what that was. A little bit chunky, and I get a little conscientious and start feeling a little fat and stuff, and don't be feeling attractive. But with my bodysuits, it just hold everything together. I just look so pristine. And then the thong back is just bow, like, there go that. So that's the why. Number 9, how do you figure out what it's supposed to look? You got to keep buying different outfits. You just literally have to just keep, you see something that you like, buy it, wear it. If you don't think that night you made as much money as you normally made, then the customers don't think it looked good on you. If you personally put it on and you don't feel pretty in it, then it doesn't look good on you. Mentally, it doesn't look good on you. But you have to, I have so many different style outfits. Like, I had to figure out what was my best thing by keeping buying different stuff, because I was wearing what I already had for months in a year, because I just didn't want to buy new outfits. But I was wondering, like, dang, I'm not getting a lot of new attention because I wasn't wearing new stuff. So you just have to really be adventurous with your shopping. And then the same thing with figuring out what color looks best on your body as well. You can't just buy one color and just stick to it, because what if that's not even your color? Just because it's your favorite color doesn't mean that's your color. Like, I love pink and I love tan, but you don't often ever really see me wear pink in the club, and you don't often ever wear me see tan. I have tan, but I don't barely ever wear it because it doesn't pop on me. It doesn't look good. If I want to blend in, then I'll wear tan. If I just want to wear my favorite color, then I'll wear pink. But those colors aren't my pop colors. So you got to really just experiment to figure out what looks good on you. How do you deal with anklets and stockings? First of all, I don't wear no anklets at all in my regular life. I have them, I just don't wear them no more. Stockings, what's that? I don't wear stockings. I wore stockings when I used to work at a white club, because we had to have 2 pair of panties on. Like, so stockings would count as one. But I don't wear stockings ever. And I don't wear anklets because all my shoes are boot heels, which go over my ankle. So I just think that's very uncomfortable. She says, next question. Same thing with 2 pieces or even 1 pieces. Do you wear them? Do you wear the bottoms over or under your fishnets? I don't wear fishnets. I used to, and when I did, I wear them under because I don't see the point of wearing your fishnets over the outfit because it kind of take away from the vibe of the outfit. And on top of that, when you put the fishnets under it, once you put the outfit on top of those fishnets, your ass is gonna poke out because that thong is gonna pull that fishnet and separate it, therefore separating your butt cheeks, which gives a bigger, fatter butt illusion. You gotta know how to play the game. Question number 11. How do you put a lot of money in your... I don't see, garner is white club language. A lot of black people don't even, a lot of people that work at black clubs, let me say that, don't even know what a garter is. I have garters, but the thing about, like, we used to have to put, I don't do the whole garter thing because you can, people can steal your money that way a lot faster than you realize. And with me, how thick I am and where the garter is supposed to be at, it just either would cut off my circulation or would always fall. So I can't help you with that. But a lot of girls used to tie their money around their shoes. Like on the side of it, they would tie the money around their shoes. I don't know how, don't ask me, but they have like a little trick and a way to keep their money. Very nifty and crafty people, okay? If you see a girl in your club doing it, don't be scared to walk up to her and ask her. But always keep a rubber band with you because one thing about it, even if you put it on your garter, you have to have a rubber band so that you can tie the money at the bottom to keep it together. How do you put a lot of, or she said, or do you exchange it immediately? I'm not big on exchanging my money. It just slows down me making more money personally to me. Do you prefer garter or... Just an easy question. Money bag. I don't like to... With my money bag, I can have my brush, I can have my keys, I can have my mirror, my lip gloss. All that can be in my bag with my phone. All that I need on me while I'm on the floor is constantly with me. With a garter, the most you really can have on you is the lock to your locker and your phone. And it's always a gamble that you might lose either one of those because you have nothing to put those in to keep on you 24/7. I don't like garters. What is the most and least expensive house fee you've ever paid? Well, if you guys watch my Halloween vlog, you know, as of this year, I paid the most expensive house fee I have ever paid, which was $100. Somebody's like, girl, $100? Yeah, $100 because in my city, you don't go to a lot of clubs where you end up paying $100. I mean, naturally, like the most beforehand I had ever paid, I think was $50 or $40 to work, something like that. And then I went to this club who are fake bougie, and their starting tip out is just to get in and dance is $100. But altogether, I paid $175 because that's house mom fee, the security sweepers, all that. Altogether, I paid $175. So I feel like that was ridiculous because I only like walked away with $2 something. So never again. The least amount of money I think I've ever paid, well, I mean, like I had free house once, a couple times actually. I want to say, no, it couldn't have been $15. 20, maybe $20. Yeah, I think the cheapest is like $20. I've never danced for anybody famous. The worst that I had was the vlog a couple weeks ago that I put out. That was the worst day I had as a stripper money-wise. Now, I've had worser days, like where my worst day, but I'm going to make a story time about it later in Vlogmas. But it was, I literally went in there and I lost money, literally. That was my worst day. But like now, when I'm speaking more so closer to present tense, was the other night when I had literally left a club And it was my worst night because my own actions. Because I paid $50 to work at the spot I went to, and it had just started picking up, and I had made my $50 back, plus I had a little bit of something in my bag. And then the dude called me that I was doing, you know, parties with. He was like, hey, I got all these customers here. We need you. Can you come through before they leave? I left the club where I was making money to go to this other event because I always used to leave with at least $300-400 off the strength of just barely nothing. So it was like a guaranteed at least 300 mentally, what I was planning on. And I got there and I didn't make but like $10. So I ended up only making, like, for the whole night, me paying him $20 for the private party and $50 for that, I literally only made like $75 when I think about the loss in the game. So I really made $5. That was like the worst night I've ever had because I barely made my house back when I could have stayed where I was at and the money was coming. It was literally coming because I started making money in there. Whatever, we live and we learn. I never danced for anybody famous. What is the biggest problem you personally face in the club? Physically, mentally, and emotionally. Emotionally, continuing to strip. Like the emotional effects of, you know, like just wanting to be able to just relax on the weekends or do something different or just not be a stripper. You know, like even though I strip part-time, people still look at me as, some people just look at me as just as a stripper. That's all they know me as. So emotionally it's draining because you want to be outside of that box and you know you're more than that, but that's all people associate you with. That's the emotional hardship of being a dancer for me. Physically, how like hard it is on my body. Mentally, it's just the motivation is really hard. I don't really have the motivation to dance no more. Like I don't need it the way I used to need it. It's like a person, like a child. Like when I first got into the game, I literally was a baby on the breast. I needed to dance. So that was my motivation. Me having things that needed to be paid before I could go to a job and get a paycheck. I couldn't wait that long. So I had to grind. I had to go. That was always my motivation. My bills, my stuff I was falling behind in, my car, me wanting to graduate college was constantly motivating me to keep dancing. Now that my life is on an uphill you know, path, and I'm straight and I have other means of income, it's so hard to keep that motivation when you know that you can make the money elsewhere. What about girls who wear glasses and can't wear contacts? What about it? What are you talking about? There's girls that wear glasses every day at the strip club. I see girls who actually spin on the pole with their glasses, upside down tricks with their glasses. Sometimes they fall off, sometimes they don't. But they still make their money with their glasses. What do you do about customer with bad hygiene? I've had a customer with bad hygiene, and the worst is when they're a big tipper and they are so stank. Because I had a guy who literally wanted to like spend $100 and some on me on VIPs, right? But he was so funky. So what I had to do is hold my nose, like not this, but like hold my nose and like not be all up on him, like dance away from him. I did that. And I still went, after he gave me my money, I went back to the dressing room. When I smell myself, I still smell like him. So I had to literally, at that club, it was no shower. So I had to literally wipe off. But moving forward, like if I was to get a customer like that again, I would probably let them know like, hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm not going to be able to like dance on you. It's a really strong odor. Like it might make me lose my money, but girl, no. That smell it do not be wanting to come off of you. Like, favorite thing about your job, how fast money comes. Like, can you believe it? At the end of the night, I just made $300. Oh my God, I can't believe I literally, like, in 6 hours, I got $600 in my hand. Like, the fast money aspect still gives me an adrenaline rush. Am I used to it? Yeah, I don't get as excited, but it still is an adrenaline high. It's like, dang, I just did something. I got my payment for it right then and there. I don't have to wait for a direct deposit. Like, that is so nice. So that's my favorite part. My least favorite part is the time consuming and bodily aches that come with being a dancer. Have you ever been stifted? Yeah. It's too long of a story to do on here. It just involves a Spanish guy. Spanish guys, I'm sorry, I hope nobody gets offended, but I really hate, with a capital H, dancing for Spanish dudes, doing anything with Spanish dudes, because they've often been the source of a lot of my worst customer interactions. Best advice for a baby stripper: stop asking everybody what you should do. Like, right now I'm sleepy, so I'm gonna just be real honest with y'all. If you watch this far, you're a real one. Stop fucking asking us what you should do. Like, at the end of the day, what I always tell people, hold on real quick, make sure this recording. Y'all got 27 minutes out of me. What I always tell people is, if you feel it, do it. If it makes sense, try it. You can't say you don't want to do something. You can't say you don't know if, you can't say, oh my God, I didn't get in. I didn't, XYZ, if you don't never try. Stop asking us, do we think that you're pretty enough? Or do you think that I'm thick enough? Do you think that my hair is cute? That ain't for us to decide. First of all, let's start there. That's for the clubs that you trying to audition. I could tell you yes all day and you walk up there and they tell you no. So y'all be asking us, we the wrong people to ask. Should you, stop asking us, should you dance? You gotta ask yourself. You need to have a sit-down conversation. And this is really for the lost souls out there that wanna dance but don't know how the fuck they trying to dance. You need to ask yourself first. Listen, can we do this? Are we ready to put our big girl fucking heels on and walk in there and pop this ass? Can you handle the backlash? Are you gonna be able to deal with the long nights? Are you gonna be able to deal with your family stop talking to you? That's what you need to ask yourself. Don't ask us nothing that you haven't asked yourself first. And if the answer is no, then sit your ass down. I'm sorry. Nightlife is not for everybody. Everybody want the quick money, but everybody not built for the money. Everybody not built for the experience. Everybody not built for the drama. So you have to have a real ass conversation with yourself and say, do we even need to be doing this? Is it another way? At this point in life, now that there's OnlyFans, now that there's premium Snapchats, now that there's twerk for funds and twerk online, different apps and shit that I've been hearing about lately, you don't even have to step into the club. So if you're not mentally built and ready for that physical aspect and that mental aspect, and sometimes that spiritual aspect that's gonna hit you when you start dancing, stay your ass home with the little girls and find you a different hustle. Cause this don't have to be your hustle, mama. It don't have to. You don't have to drag yourself into a lifestyle that's hard to get out of. You do not have to do that to yourself. Just cause we make it look easy, we make it look nice, you see all this money, don't mean this is the path for you. Some things are just great to look at and never to be touched. So baby stripper, if you want to do this, talk to yourself first and make sure that you're built for it. Make sure that you're forward, tough, and no matter what a customer, another dancer, what a family member, what a boyfriend, what a girlfriend, what a co-worker, what a motherfucking teacher, uncle, brother, sister got to motherfucking say. Make sure you don't care. Make sure you at a point where it's do or you die. If this how you finna get it, bitch, get it, and everything else, all the negativity, you gotta know that you ain't gonna let that stop you. Don't. And if you gotta sneak around and you trying to, cause I snuck my first 2 years, I was sneaking. But guess what? I snuck because I didn't want to hear the backlash. Not because I didn't have means to sneak, simply because I just didn't want to hear the backlash. I was 20 years old. I had been handling shit by myself for a long motherfucking time. And I just didn't want to hear what nobody had to say about me. Not that I couldn't face the backlash, because I had got a lot of backlash for a lot of the things I had already did leading up to that. But it simply was like I wasn't ready for that. But if you gonna say, listen, I want to dance, but I don't want to tell my family, okay, do it. You don't have to tell me your business. I tell y'all that all the time. But don't come to me saying, well, I don't want to tell them, but I don't know what lie I'm get out of my box. You ain't even got to figure it out yet. If you got to do all that, then maybe, again, this is not the hustle for you. You ain't even got a reliable ride and a way to sneak around without people knowing your business. You're not ready. Because what you going to do if you need one of them to take you to the club one night or pick you up? Or guess what? You at a club and long behold, some drama pop off and it's a shootout at your club and the police got you down at the station for questioning and they asking you to call a family member to come pick you up. Because you just never know where you're going to be at. Figure it out first is what I'm trying to tell you. Figure out the setup. Figure out how you're going to invest in yourself first. Figure out if this is something that you really got the time and energy to deal with. Figure out, are you going to give a fuck what a bitch got to say, or are you just going to get it? Figure it out first. If you can't say yes and you gonna thug it and you got answers, go back to the drawing board. Bitch, start from the top. Start back at research. Figure it out. And I don't mean to sound so rude, but it's like, y'all just be, it just sounds like hey, anyways, she said a really nice paragraph at the bottom and she just was talking about herself. But that's all her questions, and if I offended you, I do apologize. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be honest. And a lot of people ain't being honest. And a lot of people ain't talking about how it's not that easy mentally and spiritually, especially when you try to be so connected to yourself in the earth that stripping can really tear you from your, they can close up your chakras. They can fuck up your mental state with any and everything else. So it's like a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people don't even touch on how hard it is when you first start dancing, because you're a new stripper and you're going to get a lot of heat from just dancers alone. A lot of people just try to make it like you're just going to be able to go in a club and it's going to be wet off the whistle. Nah, you got to deal with not having... You gotta got that wall up, because it's gonna be workers at the club, bartenders like, who the fuck this bitch is? It's gonna be dancers like, oh, she thinks she's gonna come in here and tell that. Like, you gotta really not be that person who gonna pop off every time somebody looking at you wrong or saying something wrong, or customers constantly asking you, oh, where you at? Where you been? I ain't never seen you in here. Oh, you must be fresh meat. You can't, you gotta, oh, child. I really wish I was sitting in front of the person that I'm trying to reach. Because you can't be that person that's going to pop the fuck off. Because nobody really going to like you when you start. Let's be honest. The customer's going to love fresh meat. But the OGs that been in that club ain't going to like somebody taking some more money from them. Because that's all you're doing. There's one more body in the room. That's a 10th less of money they're going to make tonight. So... that's all I gotta say. I've been talking too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been real. Vlogmas in this bitch. Peace. Until next time, Jules and Gems, I will see you in another video.